Welcome to a Let's Try to start the new year's off. I wanted to maybe go for some little relaxing, hopefully more calm, you know. Maybe for people that had been partying hard, start off with a bit easier. Hopefully all the levels gonna be fine. We're gonna start with Dreamers, a newly released game in December of 2024. It's created by the indie team of two peoples, inspired by the stories and games of their childhood. So slow-paced narration, grounded in good moral, okay, not sure what that means here. Designed to blah blah blah. Pretty much they say it's gonna be requiring a gamepad to play this. Delivers a cozy, family-friendly experience. Alright, not sure what this is. Is this more like a story game, interactive story game? Is this gonna be adventure? I'm not sure. But one interesting thing here is if we do this. This is in the menu. It's obviously rendering some kind of heavy 3D scene, and this, like, from what I'm looking at from the store page, it's a simple graphic, you know, and it's running here direct 3D11 and everything. I'm not sure exact. I think it was maybe Unity engine. Guess I could double check that. Not that it really matters, but might be fun. But it's super heavy. Yeah, it's a Unity game, so we could run into some weird stuttering, or it could be buttery smooth. But even Unity games, they used to be, you know, pretty lightweight for me in the past, but this is starting to get really heavy here. Like, almost push my RTX 3070 here to the limits in 1440p in just the starting menu screen here is kinda crazy. But I'm guessing it's just rendering some 3D scene as a background. As that I think again is not really necessary. But hey. Let's check the options quickly, because there is pretty much no options here. So first good thing is obviously you have a full screen on off mode, borderless full screen or not. You have some resolution options, which is nice, goes up to 8K here. No ultra widescreen or something like that. No 4:3, but standard 16:9 resolutions. Language, a few of those to choose from. You can invert the axis. I'm guessing that is for right stick to look around. You can tweak the gamma up and down. We're gonna leave it at the default. You have music, no master volume. So we are missing, first of all, we are missing like what the controls are doing. We have nothing, like no control guide here. We have no controller remapping. It also, by looking at my top left here, I can see that the Direct 3D11 here, it's maxing out at 120 frames, meaning that it's forced VSync on. No options to turn on or off for that. There's no options to have a frame rate limiter. There's no, like, again, it's very taxing here, so there's no DLSS, XS, FSR or any screen like upscaling, downscaling options to tweak. There's nothing to tweak anti-aliasing or graphical options. There's a lot of things that just basic thing here missing for the good experience here, unfortunately, in the game. Let's play the demo and see what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's missing a lot of the basic stuff here. Seems to be some kind of maybe depth of field going on here in this screen there. Jesus. Right, we throw you into special moment, so we don't start from the beginning in the demo, but it's gonna give us a taste of what to expect. A quick summary of the events that led up to this point. Sunny morning, drone crashed through a window in the boy's house. There's a letter from his grandma inviting her to her birthday, blah blah. Inviting him to her birthday, right? There's no address included. He doesn't know his own grandma's address, apparently. Hello? Well, that's not good. This demo is not starting off good. I didn't even have time to read it. What? Okay, yeah. So, very simple graphic style, but it looks nice, you know. Some dithering effect on the character here. Transparency dithering there. So, the menu is so far way more demanding than just this. Analog movement. Oh, here you can read the story so far, I guess. Okay. We don't know where our grandma lives, so we're trying to find out where she is to celebrate her birthday. So we need a bow to go to our grandma, but I need to repair it. I'm not sure this is the best way to toss you into the game. Like, we have to read a lot. Yeah, sitting here reading to trying to figure out what to do here. Jesus. So we are apparently need to do some fishing. Show location doesn't work, doesn't seem to be able to tick that. Scroll up and down. Inventory. Yeah, this might not be the best way to start off a game, like you don't really know anything and suddenly you have to just try to figure out what's going on. Is this a map or something? I guess it might be. Whoa, okay, pan. Zoom. Zoot, zoot, zoot. Events. Don't know what this means. Okay, so this is achievements. What is this? Is this a... Don't know. Tutorials. Okay, so this is some kind of tutorials that... Uh-huh. Very confusing. This is like a fishing tutorial, I'm guessing. Seems to be quite a lot of weird little tutorials here. And the settings mode. Yeah, so you can no rebinding or tweaking your settings. We're just gonna walk a little bit here. I don't think this was the best decision to toss you in here because, like, you are starting here and you don't really know what you're supposed to do in the demo. Graphic is, yeah, it's fine. Interesting look and everything. But I can't even see what my... What does my controls do? Past, present, future? Think about? Let's go outside. Let's see. Like, it's a nice graphical style. Okay, so why do you have to press A here? Just go on. Get me out. I'm going out. No need for me to press A there. It just doesn't add anything to the game. Okay, very long kind of cutscene here. Quite heavy. But I am running at 120 frames per second, so you know, if you are targeting this is a slower pace game, you could probably oh, here you can press show location. Right. Where am I? Don't know. Not sure. Whoa, that is one sensitive left stick for the map here. Is that where I'm supposed to go, or is that where I am? I'm gonna... wow. So when you zoom in... But if I want to zoom in here on the beach part here... It zooms weirdly in and out. It's not like... It seems like it's going a little bit left and right. Yeah, zooming here is weird. I want to zoom in on the lighthouse. Goes away from it, okay? Yeah, okay, so fishing spots. This is where I'm supposed to go, maybe. And maybe this is where I am. It's a sense. Oh my god. Alright, but let's... Okay, so performance here, like, it's very simplistic graphic. And it's quite demanding here, but again, it is 120 frames. You could probably play this fine in 60 frames. Maybe even 30 frames. But since there is no frame rate limiter, that could mean that you might get not the best experience from it. For me here, you know, since the RTX 3070 is handling this fine, there's not a big problem. It's interesting look and everything. It might, you know, also be that some might think this is a little bit too demanding for what you get, because it is a very simple graphic style, but you have a nice long view distance and everything like that. But again, I hope that the full game has, you know, support for like frame rate limiter, maybe some anti-aliasing or graphical options to tweak, up and down scaling in, like, you know, from within the Unity engine, or hope preferably by, you know, DLSS, FSR, XCS, so that, you know, you can run this on lower end machines. So right now here, quite difficult to do that, and definitely, you know, you need remapping, and you have VSync on and off. Should be standard options. Master volume would be really good to have. Alright, so by going here we can see this is where I am, and I'm supposed to go the other way. But yeah, I also feel that this might not be the best way to introduce you to the demo. Could be a bit confusing. There's no stuttering that some Unity games have. This is buttery smooth, which is really nice. And I have no idea what my controls does, because I can't see that. There's no way to see that. That's a basic thing. Like, remapping is a huge plus, but at least you get to see what does my buttons do. You have like these tutorial things, but like it's very... I guess X is interact, A is to just forward conversation, X is to open or use some switches. Left and right trigger, don't know what they mean by that in this tutorial. This is some kind of save point somewhere, manually saving points that you press X to use. Not sure what that means. Fishing tutorial seem quite complicated, something with the left stick up and down. looks like might be pressing the left stick to hook something. Then you have some very weird thing with ABXY. Quite confusing. Let's continue on here. It's just some nice little ambience here. No like music all the time or anything like that. But yeah, up to like 75, almost hitting 80% within this game. Not maxing out any threads or so on my little 5600X AMD CPU, but seems to be quite multi-threaded, up to maybe 8 threads, 10. Some nice stylistic graphic for sure. System memory here, we're around the 8 gig total system memory usage, so you know, as long as you have 12 to 16 gig of system memory should be no problem. A little bit over 3 gig of VRAM usage, but I am recording, so that takes a nice chunk of it. So we can probably remove the stats. There's no real HUD here, so just quite immersive for you. So is this the fishing spot? Where am I? Yes, this is the fishing spot. So every time you press start you go to this. There's no way to get quickly to the map. Okay, some music starting here. Definitely a slow burner of a game so far. Right, you're supposed to take the boat. Another loading scene here. Why? Come on, why do you... Why? Press A, this is unnecessary. Like, what does this give me that I have to press A to continue? Right, and here it pulls you into a tutorial which is very confusing. To be quite honest, I have no idea really what this tutorial is telling me. This is like the tutorial, like I feel like the Tunic, the isometric kind of game that had this kind of similar kind of tutorial things were much more intuitive for you to kind of figure out than this one. I really don't know what the game's telling me here, more than I can use my left stick up down, maybe left stick click for something, and then A, B, X, Y to do something. I have no idea what. Is this a quick time event game? Like what? 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 Come on, why do you have to press A? What function does pressing A here bring, man? You know, it is in the game to develop, you know, you gotta give them props, right? You gotta be a bit more lenient, but, you know, graphic is really nice, the music was nice, and, you know, there's some ambience. It's fine, movement feel good with the left stick walking, walk to run, and the camera with the right stick, but this is bullshit. And the tutorial there is bullshit. And okay, and I got junk, so that means that I got nothing. Yeah, exactly. That's probably what I got, right? But like, if I'm supposed to like catch like a fish, and I have to do this loading every time, and I have to... This is just bad game design. I should not have to redo this loading scene every time, and this, pressing A. And I still don't really know what am I supposed to do here. I don't know. So this, the only thing that I can think here is that it's some kind of quick time event fishing, that you need to stay with the left stick within the white little gun. This is annoying. Within that kind of, you use the left stick up and down like to stay within the white kind of bar there, and at the same time you do this kind of quick time event by hitting the buttons. Not my style. I think that is just not what I enjoy. But like, remove this freaking press A. And if you are in the fishing mini game, if you get crap, the junk, like, and you want to get fish, give me the option without loading, without reading that little dialogue over and over, just to redo the mini game at least. So there's no voice acting. That's not a problem, you know. In the dev it might be hard, you know, to shell out bucks for that, and it doesn't necessarily add anything voice acting. It can be worse with voice acting if you have bad voice acting, so... Okay, so now we get a boat. Right, then we need to get to the mainland, alright. Oh, okay, so... Right, engine and an experience. Okay, I'm starting to see what they want to do here. Like the look at the font and everything, everything fits together. Right, there is, I didn't hear it first, but there is this kind of Banjo-Kazooie voice thing going on when this text is being up on the screen. Find the crew, go to find the pirate. The pirate? Quick thing to go with that would be nice. Right, so where am I? There am I. So to the left. And you have a... Alright, you have a nice little map there going, sure. It's a little bit on the simpler side with stuff here. I do think this is a nice vibe, kind of like Zelda Wind Waker-ish with cel-shaded water and stuff here, and quite nice, interesting look to the game. Oh, what a coincidence. Simplistic dialogue, but alright. And bring some kerosene, okay. Oh, boat fuel, okay. Sure. Alright. Like if you want, I don't know how long this is, but you know, if you want a little bit of a kind of like a story adventure, little simplistic game, it could be, you know, could be an interesting little thing. Some of the mini games there can be definitely a bit confusing, I guess, just in the beginning there until you get them here. Maybe that's more explained in the full game, who knows. Nothing too super crazy. The most crazy thing obviously so far is like the loading scenes. Just load, don't have me press A, and the minigames, let me restart the minigames without having to do the dialogue and stuff like that over and over. And obviously we need more graphical stuff again, and button remapping and like button guide layout. But not bad for, you know, indie dev. Like this is unnecessary. Maybe that won't annoy others, but for me this is just like, what? I find myself sometimes, if I don't pay close attention to the screen, that I'm, you know, you maybe zone out a little bit. You're just waiting for the next things to happen, and then you're like, wait, oh, I have to press A. That might just be a me problem. Okay, another loading. Press A. Press A, press A. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, definitely remove the loading. Press A there. Okay, so am I packed? I should grab my suitcase? I don't know. Supposed to get to the lighthouse, right? Oh, it removed that one. Why did it remove that? Map. Why is the fishing spot lighting up? I need to get to the lighthouse. How do I get there? That's down on that pathway. How do we get to that path? Not from this way. No. Come on. Is it this way? Down? How do we get down to that? Okay, that's just weird. So when I use the camera, it seems like he starts... Okay, that was just in the stairways. Good. Slow down when I looked around. Do I have to go around? How do we get... Not sure how to get to the lighthouse. I was supposed to get some fuel for the boat engine, so... I don't know if there's gonna be more like little islands that we're gonna visit or not. It's not the biggest biggest. Really need a quick button for going to the map here. Definitely not the biggest like map so far, but hey. Okay. Yeah, quite simple game mechanics so far, but alright, let's continue on here. Let me double check something here. The price is... whoa, okay. Might be on the steeper side here. It's 25 euros. For an indie game, and depending on the length and, you know, stuff. It might be on the higher side, you know, because it feels pretty simple, simplistic game, and it might be, you know, like more like 15 to 20 euro price tag would be more inviting for people. For 25 they might want something more advanced, I don't know. Okay, so people are already waving us off, I guess, before even leaving. Press A.
It was a normal day for the city post office
What?
employees as well. Some clients to talk to, some mail to sort, some packages to
Now
collect.
this voice
some
acting, that's
deliveries to
weird, it
deliver.
doesn't fit
The
in.
usual post office routine. Just enough tasks to finish before the lunch break. Why must vending machines turn an average chocolate bar into a trophy? Thought the girl as she inserted a coin to try her luck. She saw a TV show about casinos once, and it seemed that the odds of winning a jackpot
Right,
and getting
remove
a
the
can of
voice
soda
acting
from the
here and
vending
let you
machine
have
was more or less
press
the same.
A to continue here instead.
The
That would
machine
be more
pretended to
fitting
make
to
a
the
slight
game.
effort to spit out her reward, but the can became stuck in a geometrically parallel dimension, somewhere between an orange juice and a package of biscuits. No luck today, thought the girl.
Reading
No
quite
lunch
fast
either.
here. This is much better choice. Remove the
I've
voice
told you,
acting.
drinking
Let
tap
you press
water
A
is
to
better both for your health
progress
and your
here, so people
savings.
can read
The
at their
girl's colleague
own
did not
like
have much good to say about the vending machines.
at their own
Well, Dad and
pace.
I used to love to place
This
bets
is
on
quite
how
a
many
fast
attempts
voice
it would
acting.
take for one purchase, and I always won.
Like it's stressed voice acting almost. Okay, so now you are a woman here, or girl. At the post office. Right, interesting thing to be swapping between characters for sure. But yeah, you know, I'm sorry if I spoke over that little thing, but it doesn't really fit. Like, either you want everything pretty much to be voice acted, or in a game like this, I feel like, with the different characters having maybe their own voices and stuff to get more of their personality, or like in that way, I felt like the voice acting was too rushed. Slow it down if you were first thing, right? Or it would just fit the vibe better to just let the player read it and then press A to advance the story to read the next section. Oh, that door looked tall. Not a, well, might be just a perspective thing depending on how you're standing there. Alright, interesting little place here. A little bit gets stiff animation, but hey, it's an indie dev team, but kinda stiff looking there. And I crouch, walking a little bit Quasimodo walk, right? But that's nothing really, just an observation that could be improved for future games to try to improve the animation. It feels a little bit weird with the voice acting in the previous. I know other games have had that you have like a narrator voice acting and then like the main not being voice acting, but in this game I feel it would have been more fitting to have voice acting for more of it, like here, to get a feel for my character here, or to just either slow down the narrator at least, or just remove the narrator and let you advance at your own pace, just advance the dialogue text there, so you can read it fast or slow. Okay, so this is another... What? Wouldn't there be a good thing to... All you can do here is X... Might be good with maybe some more explanation. Loading, lots of loading screens here. And again, if you remove press A, it would feel a little bit more seamless. This when you have to press A here, it kind of feel like it comes to like a halt and then goes, instead of just slowing down but advancing here. So remove just, we don't even need, just have a nice little like animation thing here with this screen, or just like a black fading bar, something different here, and without having to press A, would just feel like the game is just running more smoothly. And now we have this, again, the tutorial that you have to kind of figure out. Left and right, so left and right, left stick, left, right stick, something, and up and down with right and left trigger. What? Oh, that's some heavy post-processing filter here, and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. There's just a pause. This is not like, first off, the filter here, post-processing filter, is very heavy. Not my fan, but hey, it's not bad or anything like that, but like, seriously, where am I supposed to be going? This is terrible. I'm sorry, but like, what? This is a terrible explanation to get you into this. And then you have these long loading scenes. Like, again, let me restart at least. Like, what? What? Okay. This is just... No. No. Stop. This is just a waste of time. It is stupid. And loading. Unnecessary loading. Restart in the minigame. Okay. This might be a problem since we haven't like maybe gotten proper introduction. If you just put the demo in the middle, I don't know. But like, this is super confusing. Like, what? I'm just thrown in there and I can't do anything. Yeah, you can just... Yes, that's all I can do. So it's just an unnecessary extra loading time here for me. And press A. What? What? I don't... Okay, I guess I pressed the wrong button. I should have pressed was X or what? There's no fast skipping of the text, anything. This is bad. I was already respect for the internet, but this is bad. Like, you should have had this like play tested, and I feel that most people would have like wondered like, wait, is this really a good decision here? Okay. Oh wow, you have to... That's not good either, so you have to press to go. Why would you not... It would have been better, especially with the demo, to start here. This would have been a better starting point. Apparently you can start different missions. This is highlighted. Yeah, you start with, it should be the mission selected is your first starting point there. Very easy to just press B accidentally and get to a weird thing. And again, I already pressed start the mission, so why do I have to press A again before here? It's... And again, like, there's no introduction here, like... How do I know where to deliver? What, like, what? Okay, I see something... I see a lot of packages, but like, what? Am I supposed to... Is that what I'm supposed to do? The controls are fine and everything like that. Even though I don't... like the graphical post-processing myself, but they are nice. Okay, so apparently that was what... Like, that's very unclear that you was supposed to do that to me. It's like the boxes are just bouncing a little bit. There's no like clear indication. There's no map to me to pick up. That felt not good at all. And now we just start here and... There's a lot of store here. Again, might be better if you don't start where you are. I cannot press show location. Am I supposed to do this again, or like... I know, 2 more packages. But I didn't I collect 2 packages? I don't know, and... Yeah, just start here. Yeah, that's done. Do I... That is still blinking. Why? Should I do that again? Should I do this? Very confusing. This is a confusing demo, and I don't know if it is because you started. I have no idea if it is because you start. And I don't know if it is because we start here in the middle. Did I pick it up? Oh no. Press A. Only what? I don't. Okay. Like, it was a super easy minigame once you just, you should just fly into those, but it wasn't clear from the beginning, and that I can see that can be quite a like weird thing. Okay, coming back later. Or to the mayor. How's the performance in here? It was a little bit... felt like it was a bit of a stutter there. Oh my god, it was. Wow. And this is where, if you could lock it to 60 frames, you should not have this issue. This scene here is maxing out my RTX 3070. Or my... it looks like it might be my Ryzen. Yeah, it's my CPU. But I did get the spike up to 96% of my GPU also. So a Ryzen 5600X cannot maintain a stable 120 frames in this area, and you can see my GPU almost maxed out here. So an RTX 3070 and a Ryzen 5600X cannot play this game at a smooth 1440p 120 frames per second. Holy shit. And that's why, you know... And this game has very simple graphics, so this would be a perfect candidate for upscaling with FSR, XeS and DLSS, and just built in also. But this is heavy, and the graphic style here, you know, doesn't really scream, oh, I need like a 4060 Ti or above to run this at 120 frames at 1440p. Oh shit, I need a Ryzen 7700X or 7800X to run this. It doesn't really like motivate that. Lots of loading screens here. Huh. Okay, and that was the demo, okay. I was actually about to just quit playing actually, even if it wasn't the end, alright. But yeah, okay, here you have it. So Dreamers, it looks like a bit like an interactive story game to me. Very basic thing, the narrative, nothing crazy, quite basic, the controls basic. It's a nice idea with the minigames, but the minigames, it can be a little bit like annoying, like know what to do a little bit. But they also very super simplistic so far, but like nothing really crazy about that. Once you figure them out and everything, hopefully the post, like the box delivery with the drone, gets more like interesting later on in the game. The fishing game is what it is. nothing real there, but you know, it's a nice little idea. I think the price might be a little bit off-putting to some for what it looks like to be. Could be. Might be more, you know, inclined to try this game around the 15 euro mark. But the biggest, again, is there's lots of loading scenes, right? The problem is that you have to press A every time. If you could remove that, it would feel more of a flow. And the mini games, when you don't if you don't finish them, you gotta let the user restart a mini game, right? Except the post office is a good thing. Like, that's quite a lot of dialogue that you cannot fast skip. You have to sit through and everything. It is just a bad experience. So you really need a good restart button for the mini games. And the narrator, I think you could just take the narrator out, the voice acting completely there, and just let the user just forward the text scenes by pressing A instead. Or I felt that the narrative was a little bit on the faster side of reading there. Could have maybe slowed it down. Obviously this is already released, so it's probably too late to do anything like this, right? The graphics definitely, you know, I feel is a nice positive point here. Some might not like this lightweight, and again, a little bit of a cell shading feel to the water there with the Wind Waker vibes and stuff like that. But I think it's a nice, interesting looking artistic direction here. That is fine. But the performance, again, hopefully in the full game, if it isn't already, we need... It feels a little bit sad to say, but this game could benefit from having, you know, some upscaling options like DLSS, FSR and XCS. It's like, it's good to have that no matter if it's required or not, but I feel that like if you have a lower tier, like a 3050, 3060 or 2060 or lower maybe, you're really gonna need upscaling if you want to have a smooth 120 frames or maybe even 60 frames performance. Yeah. But then you might also be limited by your CPU in some areas, and frame rate limiter could, you know, be really nice, because you might just, oh, let's just play this in log 60, or maybe if you have a low tier, well, I can't reach maybe stable 60, but I can just get a stable 30 frames, and it's a slower paced game, so why not? Might, you know, be able to do that. So hopefully the full game has like graphical options with upscaling stuff, frame rate limit stuff, and if you go for 30 frames, maybe like have some motion blur on or off could help smoothen that experience out. But if I were to reach 120 frames stable here, I would need to have, I have RTX 3070, right? So I would have to rely on FSR frame generation actually, because that means that if I'm CPU limited, you can still take advantage of frame generation to push up to 120 frames. So this game shouldn't require that, right, for a smooth experience, but it could help. And this isn't like a super input sensitive game, so frame generation adding a little bit of input latency there is most likely a non-issue. And that again, having that DLSS or XSR, FSR and stuff like that, and then being able to combine that with the FSR frame generation, so that everyone pretty much can use frame generation, or you know, maybe native DLSS frame generation for lower tier cards to, you know, really get to enjoy this. Because this looks like a game that I should be able to run at 4K, but it's just not gonna happen in a smooth way without any upscaling. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can be done. I'm not going to be playing the full version here. I feel there's too much of stuff that just feels that would get in the way of me getting into this type of genre in this game here, in this game. I do think it's fun to explore more interactive, like interactive story games. But this is not the one that is gonna be a good point to start it for me, so... But yeah, you can follow, check back to my channel if you don't want to miss me try more games and video related stuff. You can also leave a like or a comment if you want to do that, but if nothing else, you know, hope you had a good holiday here and that this will be a nice little start of the new year's. So thanks for watching again and have a great day and bye for this time.